My name is Hinano, and I'm the creator of Loco Style Grindz. We do Hawaiian BBQ. I'm from the islands. I'm from the big island of Hawaii, and it's recipes and things that my family and stuff been doing before. So for as long as I could know, I've been a fan of street culture, especially sneakers. I've also been a big sneakerhead practically my entire life. I got lucky and I got retail and I hit on these.
Damn! What the hell is even that?
Yo, what are those?
This is hands down probably my favorite shoe of all time, I would say. And I thought I had to have them, man. I fell in love with these shoes when I first saw them. I beat them up real bad. And I'm excited for Rejuvenator and Vick to take care of these, man, and give it the TLC that it needs and bring it back to life.
What's going on, YouTube? Today we're gonna be working on the most disgusting pair of Travis Scott Jordan 1s that I've ever seen. I worked on Travis Scott's before, but never like this. These belong to my homie H from Loco Style Grindz. He's literally cooked in these every single day since he got them, and it shows. You got all types of sauce on this shoe, grease, grime, you name it. By far though, the worst part about this sneaker, the soles. Dude, I've never seen soles like these. We're gonna need to give them a full deep clean and some brand new soles. So without further ado, let's get it started. To start this restoration, we gotta start with the cleaning. We'll be using Rejuvenator's Essential Shoe Cleaning Kit. To start off, we're gonna give it a nice general cleaning all around. Nothing too crazy. I will come back later on in this video to give it an even deeper cleaning inside and out. First things first, let's take out our laces, insoles, and insert our shoe trees. These are on the bigger side, so we are gonna be using our extra large bars for our shoe trees. I am planning on replacing these. These were basically melted inside. There is no padding left. These are trash. The laces do need work though. Next, we're gonna grab our air compressor and blow off any surface dust or debris. With the air compressor alone, we got a lot of surface dust off. Now we're on to the cleaning. Again, I don't wanna spend too much time on this specific part of the cleaning because I just wanna get the surface grime off. So we're only gonna be using our soft bristle brush for now. Grab some solution and squirt 2 squirts inside our bowl of water. I'd say we got about 50% of the grime off the shoe. The shoe is still dirty, insides haven't been touched, the tongues are still pretty grimy. Leather looks good, but it's still pretty dirty. We'll come back to that later. Next step, we're gonna take out our shoe trees, grab some dry towels and stuff the toe box. As you can see right now on both toe boxes, it's pretty crushed. We're gonna put the towels inside. Hopefully when the shoe fully dries, the shape of the shoe looks a lot better. Good to go with the shoes for now. Our next focus is the laces. The laces are equally as trash as the shoes, so we're gonna do a quick pre-treatment with the leftover water and solution. We're gonna give it a quick scrub, and then we'll move on to the next part of this process. Pre-treatment is done with the laces. We got a bigger, fresh bowl of water. For this, I'm gonna grab some more solution and a detergent pod, put it inside with the laces, mix it up real well. After that, we're gonna put them inside the Vick 2000, let it sit for a couple days to get it back to its original color. Almost. Shoes are fully dried. The shape of the toe boxes on both shoes look a million times better. That's thanks to the towel trick. They're not all crushed, and the good thing about this trick is once I remove the towels, these toe boxes are gonna hold its shape. The next step is to remove these soles. First step, we gotta cut off all the stitching. Stitching is all out, now it's time to remove the sole. For this, we gotta be very careful and not use any chemicals because we do not want to ruin the uppers of the shoe. So I'll be using a flathead, a soldering tool, and a heat gun. Once it's hot enough, I'm gonna get in there and try to pry it open very carefully. I don't want to ruin the uppers of the shoe, I just want to get in there and melt the glue. In some areas, I will be using the soldering tool. I'm gonna keep it around 345 degrees. Once again, I don't want to ruin the uppers of the shoe, it's just if I need it. One quick sole down, onto the next. Got the old soles off the Travis Scotts. Let's put these to the side and focus on the donors. For the donors, we're gonna be using these alternate bread Jordan 1s. I know the original colors are dark brown. I like the classic red and white outsole. I think it'll look clean with these Travis Scotts. We got some red on the tags and on the inside of the shoe. I think it'll complement nicely. I haven't seen it done before. Let's see how it looks. First, we gotta remove all the stitching and then pour some acetone to remove all the old glue. While the acetone is eating away at the glue on the donors, we're gonna work on the uppers. First, we gotta remove all the old glue using a Dremel. Good to go with the uppers. Now we're on to the soles. I already separated them from the uppers. Next, we gotta age them. For this, we'll be using the coffee method. We got some Folgers coffee maker in this pan. Simply what we're gonna do is put the soles inside the pan. Once the coffee is ready to go, we're gonna pour it on top of it, wait a good 10 minutes or so, and then we'll get that nice aged tone on the soles. Coffee did a great job staining these outsoles. This color tone is gonna look a lot more natural with the Travis Scotts. Next, we gotta do some prep work to remove all the old glue before we can apply some new glue. For this, we'll be using the Dremel. All done with the Dremel. To finish off the prep work, we gotta hit the entire sole and the bottom of the board with some acetone and cotton balls to finish removing any glue that's still left on the soles and uppers. Prep work is complete. Onto applying the glue to the soles and the uppers. Once it's applied, we'll let it sit for a couple hours. We'll heat it up and then we'll stick it together. Glue is fully cured. Now we're gonna go in and heat it up so we can bond it together. We're gonna start on the front, work our way to the back, and then do all the sides. Off camera, I already did one shoe and it looks really good. Let's take care of it now. Got the new donors applied to the Travis Scott highs. These look beautiful. Alignment was on point, no glue where there shouldn't be. We'll give it a stress test later. In the front area, I still gotta go in and do some small touch-ups, but we'll take care of that later. Next, we're gonna go in and apply our stitching all around the sole using a sewing gauze. We're gonna be using 2 pieces of thread, one for the outside and one for the inside. Stitching has been fully applied. We're all done with the re-glue part. Now we're on to some detail work before we get into the deep clean process. First, we're gonna be using a lint shaver. There's a lot of lint on the inside, so we're gonna shave it off. After that, using the brush, we're gonna clean up all this Velcro areas. There's a lot of lint stuck to it. And then we're gonna snip all the loose threads with some scissors. On to the deep cleaning process. We got the majority of the gunk off in the beginning, but now it's time to get these tougher stains in this toe box specifically and the rest of the shoe off. We're mainly going to be focusing on the medium bristle brush, taking care of the rest of the uppers. For the soft bristle brush, I'll use that for the tongues and the insides. Good to go with the deep clean. The stains on the toe box look a lot better. Hopefully when it dries, they're not there. Same thing with the tongues. All we gotta do now is let them air dry. Once again, we get the shoes fully dried. This time they look so much better. Let's start with the tongues. On the tongues, we had a lot of deep stains, specifically in this top area. Now we got them back to fully white. Same thing with the insides. I gave them a good scrubbing. Now they smell a lot better. I could go in and sand it down, but I don't want to weaken this material. I'm pretty sure as soon as I give these back to H, he's going to go straight to work in these. I don't want to compromise the material by sanding it down, so we're going to leave it as is. What we can do though is soften up the material using our brass bristle brush, since it is pretty stiff right now. All done with the brass bristle brush. Before we lace them up, we got our brand new insoles from the donors. The old ones are completely shot. As you can see, these are literally cooked. They're smashed, there's no cushion left. It only makes sense to go with some new ones. Last thing we gotta do is lace them up. If you guys remember, these laces were cooked. I didn't think these were salvageable, but with some solution, detergent, and UV rays, we basically got them back to brand new. Let's lace them up. Alright guys, that is gonna bring us to an end on this full restoration on these Travis Scott Jordan 1s. I gotta say, this is the most cooked Air Jordan 1 I've ever worked on. I've worked on a lot of beat up Jordans, but nothing like this. The toe box were originally all crushed, warped. The soles was a different story. The soles is a cool piece. I actually had to go and get a frame just for them. It tells a big story. He's gonna appreciate this once I give him back. But as you can see, the soles were just all melted, dimpled up. Again, the worst soles, the worst Jordan 1s I've ever seen. I'm excited about how this restoration turned out. They turned out great. The best part about it is, in my opinion, the red bottoms. It's different, it's unique. I've never seen a Travis Scott Jordan 1 with a red sole. In my opinion, it has a nice classic Air Jordan touch, and it goes nicely with the red Nike tongue tags. Besides giving these shoes a full sole swap and reshaping the toe boxes, these sneakers were disgusting. They were covered in grime, charcoal, grease, teriyaki sauce, all types of things. But luckily, thanks to our rejuvenated products, we wiped all that stuff off. There is some patina still on the shoe, but I left it as is. I could have gone in with some sandpaper and sanded all that stuff down, but I didn't want to compromise this material. If you're ever in Arizona, make sure to check out Loco Style Grindz. There's a good chance the Master Chef is going to be rocking some heat. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is Vick Almighty. I'll catch you guys next Monday. See you guys.